Be interested in a female fencer stands up for fairness in women's sports. She did it by taking a knee and refusing to compete against a biological male at a tournament over the weekend. The referee's response, a black card, the sport's most severe penalty, which means expulsion from the tournament.
Good for her for standing up for what's right. And I don't want to hear anything from any of you. Oh, it's such a small percentage of people. It's not even that big of a deal. Pretty soon, y'all gonna be saying about those people who claim that they are MAPs. You don't know what that means? Minor attracted persons. Pretty soon, you guys are gonna be saying the same thing about them. It's just a small amount of people. The question is it wrong? Yes or no? And if it is, y'all saying that only a little bit should be allowed. You know what else is a small percentage of people amongst the population? Serial killers. But I guess that's fine. If you are looking at this through God's eyes and you call yourself a Christian, you should be in total agreement with this. How are you guys doing, my American brothers and sisters? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Model Renaissance Man, in which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys are following me on all the platforms you see above and below. And when you click the thumbs up button, it helps my channel. Don't forget that when you do subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification in the process. That will bring up another tab to allow you to select all notifications. And if and when you do go over to my other channel, just be cautioned that you won't see no content over there on Man, Husband, Father. How to get there? Go to the link in the description down below. You can highlight the link, find it that way, or just click the link. That's how you can get to my other channel. Again, it's called Man, Husband, Father. I am going to be putting content up soon this month. I will let you guys know when I do it, okay? Appreciate it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have an unfortunate situation with this young woman, talented fencer, and she was at a sporting event fencing, and she did something that I think is very honorable, and is also at the same time very, very sad. Check this out.
Stephanie Turner. And Stephanie, thanks so much for being with us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
So this was an Olympic qualifying event. My understanding of it is. This was something that you had prepared all your life for. It wasn't an Olympic qualifying event? I'm sorry. I had heard that this morning.
No, it wasn't.
It was an important event, though. And this is something that you've been preparing for an awfully long time. You decided that you were going to take yourself out of the tournament. What was the thinking in leading up to the decision where you took a knee?
Right. So this was actually a regional tournament held by the USFA at the University of Maryland. So part of my pre-competition ritual is to check the online registration to see who is going to be there and just double check my check-in times. And on the registration list, I saw Redmond Sullivan's name listed there, and I recognized this individual from a previous Redux article that had been written stating that this person was a man who had previously competed on the men's team at Wagner and was now competing as a woman within the USFA. So from that point, I just got really disappointed with the USFA and with this tournament, and I just felt like at a loss. I'd already committed so much money to it and training hours, and I was literally looking forward to this. I do this tournament every year. Yeah. I think this may be like my 10th year in a row doing this tournament. And I just got really sad and I started crying because this was like the last thing I wanted to deal with in my competition. So
at one point in the video, we see you take a knee, and then the official comes over. What did you say to the official at that point?
So the official came over to me and asked if I was still refusing to fence, and I said yes. Oh, and you're talking about initially,
yes,
or when I got the black card?
No, initially.
Initially, I told them that I was refusing to fence because this person is a man and I am a woman, and this is a women's tournament, and I refuse to fence on principle.
And then later, right after this, we see your opponent comes over. What did you say to your opponent at that point?
My opponent was a little bit confused, thinking that I was maybe hurt, and I said, no, I am refusing to fence you because I'm a woman and you are a man. I have much love and respect for you, but I will not compete against you.
Wow.
And he responded, okay, well, there's a, yes?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm sorry, what was his response?
His response was, okay, but there's a member of the board of directors here, and he supports me, and there's a policy that says that I'm a woman and I'm allowed to compete in the women's tournament, and if you do this, you're going to get black carded. And I said, I know.
So here's what USA Fencing said in a statement to Fox News Digital. USA Fencing enacted our current transgender and non-binary athlete policy in 2023. The policy was designed to expand access to the sport of fencing and create inclusive, safe spaces. It goes on to talk more. But this idea about inclusive, safe spaces, what about inclusive, safe spaces for female athletes?
Right. There's nothing for me and there's everything for him, because I have no choice as a woman, as a female, in where I compete. I am a woman and I have an athletic disadvantage to men, so I compete in the women's division, which is where I rightfully am. But he has been given this opportunity to fence in the women's division, and he can compete. He can easily compete in the men's division. He can also compete at mixed events in local tournaments if he wants. There is a place for him. So the idea that they're creating, they're expanding the women's is just essentially making it an open tournament that can include men, and it ends up hurting me and other girls.
So you've got the support of Riley Gaines, who was on our network earlier today, and former tennis star Martina Navratilova, who put this out on X. She said, this is what happens when female athletes protest. Anyone here still think this is fair? I am fuming, and shame on USA Fencing. Shame on you for doing this. How dare you throw women under the gender BS bus? I mean, this doesn't come at the expense of male athletes. We don't see this in the flip side of the coin. This all comes at the expense of female athletes like yourself, like Riley Gaines, like the girls who lost that race by 7 seconds in Oregon, like the girls who lost the pole vault event in Maine. I mean, this is happening across the country,
right.
And to a large degree, women support this.
Right, it's happening in every sport and at every level, and there's really no option to go around this when there are extremists who take up positions within the authoritative body of the USFA. So I have very little option other than being forced to fence. And I have gone down other pathways, like back in 2023 Summer Nationals, I just didn't sign up to fence in the Div 1A women's foil because there was another transgender person that I'd recognized in that tournament. So, I mean, I've avoided it as much as I can, but at what point do I have to just avoid all tournaments altogether because there's going to be somebody who's trans there?
It's a tough choice. As you point out, your opponent had two choices: could compete as a biological male or could compete in the women's. You have the choice of competing in the women's. So, Stephanie, thank you for telling your story. We really appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.
I just want to know, where are all you feminists? You have the right to make as much money as men do. If we want to take our shirts off, we can. Why can't we show our chest? We want to be in men's spaces. Men are just, we just can't stand them. We can do things that men can do too. Yeah, let those men go into women's bathrooms. If they claim that they're a woman, what's wrong with that? Yeah, let those men get in women's beauty patches and win. What's wrong with that? Let those men beat the crap out of other women. What's wrong with that? As long as they claim that they are women. It's only a small percentage. Well, what's wrong with men being in women's sports and swimming? They can keep their elongated clitoris. What's wrong with that? Yeah, y'all can't say nothing now because y'all encourage these men to act like they women to get into women's spaces and beat y'all at being women. I mean, y'all are just so crazy out of your mind to actually vouch for something like this. How can you be a feminist and you don't care about biological men getting into women's spaces and beating y'all at being women, beating you in beauty patches, beating you in sports, beating you in fencing, beating you in becoming like these goddamn on women of the year? How the heck did that happen? And y'all feminists don't have nothing to say, do y'all? You know what? I don't mean what I'm about to say, but I just want you to think about this. What if a lot of men who are not trans at all, they straight, what if they all just decided that they're going to just claim to be something that they're not, get into these women's sports, and then just take over everything, not just sports, but I mean, they're already kind of doing it. The sports, the beauty pageants, just everything that was a complete distinct separation for women to have their own space, and men just got all in that. Don't that mean that you guys will be starting off at square one again? There's going to be a whole nother movement. Now you're going to have a movement to get trans, aka men, out of women's sports. It's so funny though. You know what I mean? Because it's almost like the equivalent of, you know how women wanted to get into men's spaces. So wouldn't it be funny if women just decided to be trans too, and they want to be more like men, and, you know, they want to become trans, you know, and they are men, and they start moving into men's spaces to kick out biological women. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, it's just like an oxymoron like type thing. This is just completely wild. Shout out to this girl for doing this. Hopefully this catches the attention of Trump and the administration in whatever state. I forget. I don't remember what state this was in, but hopefully they can do the same exact thing they did to the other state. You're not getting any federal funding. You better hope that if there's any type of funding that's to these organizations regarding fencing, like scholarships or something like that, and it's federally funded, take that away as well, because this is absolutely ridiculous, folks. Absolutely ridiculous. You guys let me know what you think of this by putting it in the comment section below after this video. Don't forget to do what you see in this animation right here. That will greatly help my channel. If you want to see the next video that I will be doing in chronological order, it's up here. Videos that I've done as of yesterday are right there. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.